questions.
Any thought to starting Jessie tonight?
Yeah, definitely. There was some thought to that, but I've never done that, and so figured why start now. But yeah, obviously it's senior night. I thought about it, but then just decided to stick with what we do.
Did you expect that 3-2 zone that they used? Did you expect that?
I did expect that zone. To tell you the truth, I was hoping I guessed wrong, but I did expect them to come out in that. They played a stretch against St. John's when they played St. John's, and to tell you the truth, and yeah, I expected it.
Coach, just back on the subject of Jessie, what has he meant to this program? Because obviously he's a guy that hasn't really lit it up in terms of numbers, but it seems like he's a guy who really can't measure with his statistics.
Yeah, and I've said that. That is 100% accurate relative to Sapp. And I've said that, speak of the devil, and I've said that relative to a lot of people where you can't just look at the stat sheet and determine and figure out what they mean and have meant to our team. And so, for 4 years, he's been, an integral part of the fabric of our team. And that's not just on the 30-some odd occasions you get a chance to see him on the court. It's the 330 other days of the year, back in the campus, back in the dorm. So, I'm gonna miss Jessie Sapp. Now, not hopefully, he's got a lot more ball to be played before we start giving his obituary.
The 19 minutes that Austin played, is that roughly the amount you just thought was appropriate, or is he still injured from his hip pointer? Is he limited, I guess, is the question.
Well, the minutes that they all play is what I thought was appropriate.
Okay.
For one, right. They all think they should have 40s next to their name. But, he's still he's not 100%. You can see him lumbering a little bit out there, and so that had a little bit to do with it, yes.
Normally at the end, say you pick out your head up at the end of the regular season. When you do that right now, where do you think this team is?
Well, we have finished. The season has 3 parts to it. You got the regular season, which is now over. You have the Big East tournament, which is the second part of the season, which is just starting. And if you're fortunate and do enough good things in parts 1 and part 2, then you have the postseason. And so we're finished with part 1. And so we're starting next week, going to part 2 of the season. And so we're going to go up to New York, excited and ready to play.
Coach, you guys have had a lot of trouble closing games out this year. This game was 29-29 at one point, and DaJuan really kind of took over down the stretch. How good was that to see? He scored 13 of his 15 in the last 10 minutes.
Well, what was good is, and I didn't realize that he scored that many down the stretch, was he got 2 big offensive rebounds. He caused the travel out there. He made some hustle plays that I think got him going, got himself going, which we needed. Jason made a big play that came up with a loose ball, and between that play by Jason and the 2 or 3 plays that DaJuan made, that was what the key was. And the scoring's going to come. The scoring's going to be there.
Going back to the parts 1, 2, and 3, what is your evaluation of part 1 now that it's over?
It ended about a half an hour ago. Let me go back and evaluate and look at it. Obviously we didn't, it's you look at the numbers, you look at where we are. We wish we had a few more wins in there. But it is what it is. And so we can't go into part 2 worried about part 1. All right, we know what we have to do. We know how we have to play, and now we have to move on. And I'll go back and make an evaluation on that, after the season is over. But, these guys are still excited and hungry, to tell you the truth, still hungry. And so we're going to New York to play.
Obviously it's Madison Square Garden, it's a Big East tournament, but is it any easier for you guys maybe to get to play the team that kind of handed you your most disappointing loss of the season, given that you guys are going to play St. John's to open?
Repeat the question.
I thought that was for him. I'm sorry.
You're going to play St. John's again. Does it make it, I know obviously you're up for it anyway because it's the Big East tournament, but does it make it easier because that game is so fresh in your mind and was so painful?
I wouldn't say it'll make it easier. I mean,
Make you hungrier, make you want to put it to them?
Yeah, we're hungrier. I mean, we're going to be hungrier whether we play St. John's, whoever was at the bottom, whoever we were going to play, we were going to be hungry. So, I mean, it doesn't make it easier. We're going to go with with a different focus that we had last game, and hopefully we'll come out with a win.
Jessie, when you exited the court or whatever, and you were high-fiving the fans, how were you feeling emotionally? What was going through your mind? What were you doing?
I felt appreciated, you know. I felt that they noticed the things that the little things, like Coach was talking about when I got in, the little things that I've done. I mean, I wasn't never no big-time scorer of the program or nothing like that, but, you know, they appreciate me for the things that I've done for the program, whether it was big or small, and that's why I was proud to be out there. You know.
What are the last 4 years been to you in terms of just being able to recognize and be a part of the resurgence of the program, back-to-back games, regular season titles, and then now with this season being somewhat of a challenging one, can you kind of sum up the 4 years for you personally, what it's been like for you?
It was a learning process. I mean, it has its ups and downs, and I think it's preparing me for life, because I'm going through life and different things are going to happen in my life where I'm going to be up and I'm going to be down, and I got to learn how to deal with those situations. So for me to come in and be at the top and then, you know, come down and be at the situation I'm in now, and we're going to hopefully get through this and fight through it. It just teaches me how to be a better person and a better man.
Jessie, what's your most memorable moment in practice?
Roy hitting a 3 against Connecticut last year. That was the most memorable moment that I had in this gym.